Hey guys, Heretic U here, back with another battle report. This time, we are playing Rivet Wars. What the crap is Rivet Wars? Well, let me explain. So Rivet Wars is kind of this really cool board game where it takes the horrors of World War I and turns it into cutesy fun, I guess. I think that's the best way to describe it. Yeah, so basically, it's a two-player board game. One person playing the Americans, the other person playing the Prussians. So, and what's unique about it is, of course, the models look like, well, I guess, I saw a video by the creator, and they're supposed to be little rivets, so that's why it's called Rivet Wars. So imagine taking a rivet and kind of humanizing it. So this isn't going to be like how to play, whatever. It's a battle report, but I figure since most of you, or maybe all of you, aren't familiar with Rivet Wars, you're going to need some sort of background or reference on how the hell you win at this game. So, a scenario we're playing, if you look at the map, there's these yellow squares. I tried to label them. I don't know if that came out clear. But anyways, those are squares that only infantry can enter. And if you're controlling that, at the end of the turn, you'll score a point. And first person to 10 wins. Now, the other way you're going to score points, if you take a look at this picture here, the top cards over the active cards, those are secret mission cards, and you get 2 of those in your hand at any time. You complete the requirements on the mission card, and you'll score additional points as well. And I believe you also get points for killing, sort of the heroes. I don't know. This game that you're about to watch is the first time I'm actually have played the game. So if I make any mistakes, people out there, correct me if I'm wrong. Help me out. Okay, so now on to the sped up footage. So basically, Rivet Wars is, the turn is broken up into several different parts. So you have the deploy, that's first, then you have the combat phase, and then movement. So we start off the game with 6 requisition points, and you can buy troops with that. And you can see there was no combat going on, so Corey, who's playing the Americans, is just running up his figures. And then that's me over there deploying my forces. So the way Rivet Wars works is you kind of buy your forces on the fly on the turn there. And you can see I'm learning how to move. I got those little cool unicycles there, which are supposed to be good at taking out troops, but we'll see how that works. So now we're going back to Corey's turn, or the Americans. So he purchased some more troops, and as you can see, he's really aggressive. He wants to get into those objectives. So he's like one space away with both of his troopers. So I've got to come up with a counter strategy, and so what I do is, well, he's trying to teach me how movement works. You can only move diagonal once in this game. So there's me activating the unicycles. Now the unicycles have a special rule where they can move during the combat phase and attack, and that's me trying to do that and missing very poorly. And then I start moving up my troops and just overall trying to counter what he's got going on. But the bad dice rolls means bad dice rolls. It's going to be kind of a double whammy for me, because that's going to allow Corey on his turn, as you see, he lets off a mortar, some kind of gas marker. Oh yeah, he throws it right on my little Panzerfaust guys, and rolls. And I think no, it's when I activate. We'll have to roll for each one of those guys. And then now he's just taking shots. He took out one of the Panzerfausts that would have been able to contest that objective, but you see he's got infantry guys on 2 objectives now, and he's about to score a 3rd. So that's bad news, because now he's already scored 2 points, and so now I get kind of desperate, and I spent all my rivets on that giant tank thing. So here's the combat phase, and again, I can't. In this game, you have to roll 5 or 6s to hit, and I can't hit his guys. I don't know what's going on there. So those little unicycles should have been able to tear, a hole into the guys that are the Americans that are holding the objective, but they have failed. So moving on with my combat phase, I shoot a Panzerfaust at them, and that also fails. And now he is rolling for the little bomb that went off there, and he killed 1. So far I've killed Jack nada in this game, which is bad for me. I do have this really cool tank out, and so I'm hoping to basically take out the guys that are holding the objective, but because I wasn't able to this turn, that means Corey's going to score another 2 points, so he's up 4-0 as he buys his big walker thing, and they just start gunning down my little unicycle guys, which is unfortunate for me, but it's not like they were doing anything to begin with. As you can see, he's just kind of shooting around the board, picking off my stuff, and because I wasn't able to eliminate any of his stuff, he's just basically running free and wild, able to. He's winning the war of attrition, as well as holding objectives. So yeah, it's not looking good for the Germans, or shall I say, the Prussians? Yeah. Anyways, so that was a brutal phase, brutal turn for me. So I'm trying to come back here. So I start deploying some more Panzerfaust and going with the unicycles. I have a secret mission where all I have to do is get those. If I can get 3 of the unicycles into the neutral zone, they call it the no man's land, I'll score some points. I desperately need to score some points here in this game. And I use a secret action card to deploy a single Panzerfaust out in no man's land. Goal was to try and take out his guns, but I didn't realize that his guns were only armor 1, which means the Panzerfausts aren't very effective against those type of units. So what I should have done was target his bikes, but me being very new to this game, yeah, I didn't realize that that I was kind of choosing targets poorly. As you can see, still trying to kill something in this game. The big cannon's trying to shoot and actually takes out a guy. So I've killed something. So I feel kind of good. I killed something. I'm special. 1. Yes. Now onto my movement phase. That thing got to move twice. I think that was another special action thing. And yeah, I'm moving the bikes around. Bikes should be eating those infantry guys alive. But like I said, things are just not. I can't roll 5 or 6. Who the hell? Why do I need a 5 or 6? So things are looking pretty bleak for me in my first ever Rivet War game. Yeah, well, it looks like Corey is sitting on about 6 points here, and he's kind of freestyling. You know, he's lost a total of, one little foot slugger right now, and things are looking pretty bad for me. Not gonna lie. If I can get the bikes out into no man's land, I'm doing okay. But as you can see, during Corey's combat phase, he was able to take out my tank with his rocket cycles. So yeah, it was awesome. I think he hit with every single one, and was just like, it was like I just bought that thing, and then they finish off, one of my artillery pieces, and then they take out a Panzerfaust and the other Panzerfaust, and as you can see, not much on the Prussian side of the field, as he does his movement with the rocket cycles to block. I don't think he can block line of sight. I think at this point he's just like, everything's going his way. He's sitting pretty on objective points. He's just gonna coast his way to a win, and he's just rolling dice here. So now we're on to my deploy phase, and now I'm like, okay, I've got some rivets stored up, so I'm bringing out the big gun. So I buy 2 heroes, hoping to I have 2 mission cards in my hands right now. One is to kill a hero, and no, it was to kill 3 infantry unit guys and to score the bikes in no man land, which I'm about to do here. So here's combat phase. They finally land and take out the infantry that was holding the objective, and then I do it again with the other bikes, and so starting to fight back finally. Show some Prussian pride there, guys. And now the Panzerfaust lined up on the rocket cycles. Unfortunately, didn't do much, but I was able to move into position there. So I score 2 points, so I'm finally on the board for the no man's land thing, and then I get a second mission, which is to kill 3 infantry. But now we're looking at Corey's combat phase, where he's just wiping out my entire force. I think he scores an extra point for that. Killing no, not yet. This is where he scores a point. So he moves one of his heroes up, who's on a horse, and starts to chip away and kill one of my heroes. So I think he's at 7 points. So it's like 7-2 right now, and you can see that he pretty much has the entire board there. However, he's pretty close to my deployment zone, which means I go Panzerfaust heavy and decide to I'm gonna take out those stupid bikes because they've been hurting me. As you can see, the hero right there, they're both dead. I don't know how that happened, but I scored 2 points for that, so I'm on the board with 4. Oh, wait a second, they put them back. So I start off with one of the sniper heroes who kills all but one of the infantry guys, which sucks because I needed to kill 3 to do that, so I've only killed 2, and I don't think I'll be able to kill that 3rd guy to score points. I do take out his hero, which nets me 2 points, so I'm now 4-7 now. Actually, it was 4-9. He had scored some of his secret mission cards, which I didn't account for that last turn. And so basically he's got this game wrapped up. So all he has to do is move those Americanos into the objective marker and win the game. Anyways, that's Rivet Wars. It's a pretty fun game. Like I really love the models. I love the look of the game. You know, it's a little board game. You know, it's not a tabletop war game. It's a board game that has sort of a tabletop element to it. I would think that if you were trying to introduce someone into tabletop wargaming, this could be a good way in doing it, especially if it's you know, a younger person like your nephew or you know, a child of yours. Would I recommend buying it? I don't know, it's a little pricey, you know, that's the thing. I'd have to play it a few more times. Don't get me wrong, I do like the game. I thought it was fun, and I want to thank Corey for showing me how to play. And you know, when I do my year in review, we're going to talk a little bit more about Rivet Wars as well, because you know, it's kind of a fun one-off game. I can't take it too seriously. I mean, you are playing little Rivet guys, and it's a very cool looking game. But yeah, anyways, this one is going to go to the Americans. They're going to win it 10-4. So my first thumping in Rivet Wars. Hopefully not my last. I do want to play some more, and I would love to show the game off, especially most people have... we were playing with just the basic box set there, but we do have other pieces, so hopefully you'll see some more Rivet Wars in the future, and I will see you on the next